So as you can see here, I've got two pieces of armor, right? So I've got the Lone Wolf shoes and the shelter masks, and those two actually don't belong to me. And to prove that, I can show you that I actually don't even have, so I actually don't even have the Lone Wolf shoes blueprint unlocked. And for the, I believe the other part was the masks or shelter masks. I don't even have the shelter mask unlocked either, right here. And for some guns, I've got the Chris Vector at a full durability, and I've also got the Boom Boom. And you can see that both were made by Jezebel, and the actually, well, this one's durability is at 0 because I've been playing with it for a bit, but if you trade gear or weapons with someone else, the durability will be at full if you do this technique in PvE. And I actually don't even have these guns unlocked either, right? So if I go into my blueprints, I don't have the Vector unlocked, nor do I have the Boom Boom. So yeah, let's get into how to trade gear with other people in a PvE server in Once Human. Now, on a side note, do keep in mind that it is very preferable to keep in contact with that person that you've traded your gear with, because you actually cannot repair it. So after you've pretty much depleted the durability, you're gonna have to give back the gear and the weapon back to them so that they can repair it, and then they'll do the trick again to give it back to you. So that is the little caveat with the trading gears in Once Human. So to start off, the first thing you're gonna have to do is to add the person that you want to trade with as a friend. So here, say here I got Jezebel as a friend, right? I want to trade with her. So after that, I'm gonna have to go to my friend's permissions with her, and I'm gonna have to enable building and storage. And you do have to be careful with this step, because if you don't trust the person, you're gonna have to watch them closely, because otherwise they might just break into your base and just start stealing your shit. So yeah, do be careful about that. If you do this with like friends you trust, that's awesome, you know, just do that, right? And pretty much you're gonna have them craft an armored storage crate and a weapon storage crate, depending if they want to trade weapons and armor, right? So they're gonna do that at your base, and then they'll put the gears that they want to give to you, right, or trade or whatever. So they'll have their gears in those two crates, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna put those two crates at a location where deviants will focus on, right? Or should I say, where deviants will spawn closely enough and just lock onto them. So here, for instance, my base, the spawn points are pretty much all like just this line right here, this sidewalk, pretty much. So they'll probably notice this as the first thing that they'll target to. And I've been saying the place where deviants spawn is because of the purification that you're gonna do. So I'm gonna actually I already have 4, so I'm gonna put the 1 into the Stardust into the Stardust resonant filter, right? And if you're doing this with a hive member, do be careful. If you use a tier 1 Cortex, make sure that you've already filled up your purification limit and that they have too. Otherwise, the moment they put their stuff that they want to give to you in the crates, they're gonna have to leave, because otherwise the Stardust resonant filter is gonna count. Well, the star crom that it's gonna drop is gonna count for them if they haven't done their weekly purification. So here, for the sake of example, I'm gonna start it. All right. So I start this, and then zombies are gonna spawn. Oh, I actually have to turn off my turrets, otherwise, they're just gonna start killing deviants. I think I turned them off. Yeah, I did. All right. So now, as you can see, the first deviant actually. Oh, I'm gonna have to kill a few over here, but the first deviant actually locked onto the. Yes, I believe it's a crate. Yes, so the foundation is still fine. Be careful, you do not want them to break the foundation. Otherwise, it's not gonna, when they break their foundation and break everything with it, right? It's actually not gonna drop the guns and the armors. It's gonna be found in their own vault, right? So now, as you can see, the deviants destroyed the 2 crates. I'm just gonna turn on my turrets back on real quick so that I don't need to worry about my base getting destroyed. And if I come here, right, as you can see, it's dropped the two pieces of armor that were inside. And for this one, oh, I actually picked up the acid. And for this one, which was the weapon crate, it dropped both weapons. And the other person can actually confirm that by going into system, and it'll say stuff like obtain KV, blah 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 blah, obtain boom boom, right? And so yeah, that is pretty much it for how to trade. For how to trade gear with other players in a PvE server. And if you've learned something new, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.